Mm. It doesn't look like it's working. There we go. Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm so tired. I look so orange. You know, I'm just gonna turn this light off. You guys gotta deal with Joker after dark, even though it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I hear you, Cat. I sure do. Hopefully everyone is having a good day today. Okay, no, Cat doesn't want anymore? Alright. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I know Slime isn't really that busy right now. Everyone kind of hates this collab. And there's not a lot to do right now. Hi, Cat. Yeah, I see you. You're gonna be upset with what I'm gonna do for the next, like, 2 hours. Because it's called not paying attention to you. Alright. Just gotta knock out some of these normal Valor Cups so I can get that stamina back down to, like, 1 or 2. And then we will commence with the ranked. I know people are just dying to see that. Hey. I'm gonna kick you out. Only reason to summon is collab if you want to collect units. Yeah. That's pretty much what it's boiled down to, unfortunately. We should get the content preview for Hinata tonight. Looks like she is a transformation character as well, based on the data mine. We have a skill for her, and if it's not a transformation skill, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I just got back home from my shooting match that I have been doing, right? Last month, at this match, I got first place. Today, I got fourth. Today was not a good day. I was dead mid. I was the middle of 8 people. I was very mid today, and you know what? I felt pretty good after the first target, and the second target and third target were not it. So, oh well. Do you think new Hinata's gonna get an orb changing skill? If they make her like they did Spirit Master Rimuru and she makes rainbows for like her own orbs, then I think that's the only thing she's gonna get. Otherwise, I think she is just gonna be raw damage. Because, you know, Shion has that 2 feature hand of orange skill that Spirit Master Rimuru had for blues. So like that's off the table now. I don't know. I don't know what she's gonna do, but it better be a lot to save this team, because it's still just not a fantastic team to run. Like, you're better off using one of the new characters plus the protector versus using like the whole meta, because it's just it's unfun. What 2 abilities would you give the Hinata to fix the team? Uh, well, she's gonna need rainbow orbs of some type. Like, if she does not have rainbow orbs and she does nothing to contribute to the conversions, that's already a big fat L. So she's got to have something in there. People are running Violet, 1 for the 1000% weakness strike, but 2 because she's got 2 turns of rainbows, which is really impactful when your first 2 turns have just shit orbs. And you can't really guarantee anything until turn 3 when you have probably multiple ults and then the future hand of Shion. So, she better have rainbow orbs. That's the first wish. The second wish, I don't know if she's going to be an AoE unit or a single target unit or a support ult. I would think if she's transforming, she's going to be like a DPS, but is she going to be a double AoE? Because we've got Shion and her. Is she going to be the premium single target? Because we have the free-to-play single target in Alphen? I don't know, but the team's damage is actually kind of underwhelming. I don't really know how else to put that. That is the wrong skill that I just used. Oh well. When is Hinata supposed to drop? Like 27 hours from now. Tomorrow night. I guess we could use it early. We're still at the same amount of points, huh? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Also, do you think the next team is going to be light since it went space and fire again like it did with Divine General and Festive Memories? I wouldn't really hold too much of a candle to that. We will find out tomorrow night when Valor Cup resets for the new season. I'm thinking it's going to be water. Water, it desperately needs other things. Like, what was the last water team? Was that Sparkle of Youth? Which is not actually a water team. Like, it has Frey, yes, but okay, whoop-de-fucking-do. And then the water team before that was Protector of Peace, and that team is absolute dog water. Thanks, love your content. Welcome. Thanks for joining me on this random Saturday afternoon for a game that is quite dead right now, which is really a weird thing to say during a collab. Kind of unfortunate, actually, that they're, can I say mishandling it? Maybe that's not the right term. It's just no one gives a fuck. Except for, like, the very, very small niche of people, myself included, that actually know what Tails is. And even I don't really care for a Tails collab. It's like no one knows the characters. No one even is, like, aware of who they're cosplaying as. Unless somebody in a video straight up tells them, like, this is who they're based off. And be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. I don't know who they are. No one cares about Tails. The units and the teams themselves are pretty blah. The events, like, yeah, we got some EX quests, like, that's cool, but otherwise it is just a pretty typical month. There's no raid that we normally get with the collab. There's just a whole lot of busy work to do, because there's, like, 10 different things you have to parallel process to, like, right now. So, that's... They could have chosen many, many more things, I think, from the Bandai encyclopedia. Shion is a very good unit. I am going to argue that she's just kind of okay. After using her crit buff and everything, it is not as much damage as I was hoping for. So, and then, you know, there are a lot of stages that don't let you crit, which is why we have Pierce and Aegis and Synergy now. And crit has just not been a focus for months and months and months and months. So most stages, most beatdown battles that will rerun, maybe eventually, are gonna nerf crit. And then her resurrection skill, like, when is that ever applicable, realistically? It's locked to two forces that are okay when combined, but resurrection in and of itself is not a very prominent kind of thing. Like, Prosper Lumi has it, and yeah, you use it for ranked Valor Cup, like, whoop-de-doo, but that's it. Like, I don't really get it. Crit used to be the very best buff in the game. Like, it, you know, 1.3 just straight up damage multiplier meant a lot in the first 2.5 years of the game. But now, you know, Synergy is based off attack stats, and with everyone's attack stat constantly going up and up and up and up, that means Synergy constantly does more and more and more damage. Aegis is a brand new thing that they've only used once. So we can't really get a good basis off of that. And then, you know, Pierce, we just came off of Warrior's Mind, which is, you know, is it a Pierce meta? Like, yeah, it does have a Pierce skill in it. It was more Weakness Strike and Rainbows and the damage buff from Blanc more than anything, but Pierce was available there, and Pierce is available on so many teams. So, I don't know. Shion is, I think, very underwhelming for what she could have been. Alright, let's do Rank Valor. Just use this team. When is Himmel supposed to come back as Protector? Never. Collab units do not return. No collab unit has ever returned in this game, and they've pretty much said that they won't come back either. So, if you missed the Freerin meta, you missed the Overlord meta, you missed the fucking Idolmaster meta, they're not coming back, sorry. There's nothing else I can tell you except no. Alright, are there all their weapons off? Or at least the ones that matter? You deadass forgot Warrior's Mind 2 had Pierce, right? It was very much not the focus. Like, yeah, you needed the debuffs from Goblet to, like, max it out, but it really wasn't the focus of that team. Oh, turn auto off. Why was auto on? Oh, because I did the flip card thing, that's right. Really? So the best orange orb protector is this Collab Rimuru? I mean, that is available right now? Yeah. Himmel, I think, is better because he's a lot more consistent, but the damage output is definitely not there compared to this Rimuru if you're going into both of his buffs. That's still a lot of damage. Oh, you just straight up died. Okay. Valley, hello. Welcome. I did the wrong thing. I sure did, didn't I? Well, we already threw. Unfortunate. I mean, maybe I can get a... Great, hold on. Yeah. Oh, well. Maybe I can get a good high single target nuke. Alright, well, we took out the hero. I guess that's okay. Alright, we could still get an okay damage number here. Because we'll have Soka and we'll have that and everything. Alright, buff. Buff. Oh, you're still sealed. Unfortunate. Alright, well. We can still make it work. We don't need that much overkill for fight, like, 1 through 5. And we're gonna have the synergy, and we'll have the... No, we'll have the attack buff, and we'll have the damage increase. Yeah, I think we're fine. Is it worth trying to grind out the PvP gear? Not unless you have nothing else to do with your time. Valor Cup gear is very much like end game. Like, I legitimately have nothing else to do with my stamina and my materials except make PvP gear. It is very unnecessary because normal Valor Cup and even ranked, like, your normal gear will work. It's just the Valor Cup gear gives that extra little stats for the people that want to try and min-max it. So unless you're really trying to sweat in ranked Valor and get rewards that don't actually matter for the most part, it's not worth it. All right, well, we hit the max overkill there, so we're good. It's kind of a waste that this collab is meh. Yeah, it's certainly a waste of my crystals. I always get killed at the last fight of the 20 Valor Cups. Sounds like you need a new team. That's what that sounds like. Have I ever played Phoenix Wright? I have not played it. I am aware of it, though. Like, I am aware of Phoenix Wright streaming objection. But I've never played one of his games. Ooh, that did too much damage there. Oh, Scythe is here. Scythe with his single luck. I saw that. I sent the wrong orbs, didn't I? Alright, well, whatever. We are just fucking up everywhere, aren't we? And I can't steal either, because my magic is sealed. Huh. Well, I guess we're kind of fucked here, aren't we? I guess we'll just do this. Let's just do that. 1, 2, and then you'll die, and then I don't think Diablo will die. No, actually he will die. Right, anyways, to seal DTP Lumi to prevent her from using Resurrection, lost twice in rank because of that mess. Yeah, that will happen. She does have that ability, which is her only real use in the game right now. I use the same team as you, but with different orb stealers. Interesting. I don't know why you're dying then. I found on battle 20. Is 20 actually going to be a problem for me running this team and not the HP team? Or is that strictly a sweat problem? Yeah, are they now? Is your team gonna cuck me as well? What can I replace Sokka with this team you're using? Pretty much any kind of damage buffer. If you want to use the new Shion, you can. If you want to use Divine General Diablo, you can. Really just anyone to help buff Blanc's damage, which honestly, like, you don't need that much. Blanc does quite a bit of damage herself when you combine everything else that's going on in the game. Like, you could bring a physical buffer, like the free Fount of Wisdom Rimuru, like, that'll work. If you Tempest Leap Benimaru, he's cheaper, and he'll work as well. Really, anybody to buff Blanc. Because if you're running this team minus Sokka, you have room for ult damage, you can use Raphael's attack buff if you wanted to, you could bring another synergy, a crit, a pierce, a Aegis, you could bring Velzard if you wanted to. Just anybody above Blanc. No single look on Dokkan, but I'm glad I got all 3 units and 500 stones. Oh, no, okay, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, I got really good luck in Dokkan. I think you probably saw, but the Goku and Beerus and the premium ticket multi back to back. And then I got Rose on one of the tickets. And then I got a dupe of Rose when I did the 3 summons to get the summon points. Scythe, where do you actually use those? I don't... Is that, like, not a thing right now? All the summon points that we get for doing 3 multis on banners? Like, is that someplace that I'm just not looking, or is it just not active right now? I couldn't find it, and I haven't looked it up. Violet. For me, it is the middle of the night. Does the sun shine where you are? It's currently very bright outside. Currently very, very bright out there. It is 2:47 in the afternoon right now for me. I don't think you can use the summon points yet. Oh, okay, cool. I thought I was tripping. It's like, where do I exchange these? It says in the Baba shop, but where? Could not find it. Blanc. you're dead. Leon. And then we'll forcibly bring in this block, so we won't activate her Valor trait. Oh, if she didn't guard that, she would have died. New days in 13 minutes. What's it like in the future? I have not been able to beat the final difficulty Rose and Zamasu yet. I keep just getting nuked. And yes, I'm hitting Zamasu first. Is there someone else in the line? No, they're all dead. Alright. Bye-bye. Yeah. You don't need to do 9 million damage here. Oh, with what you mentioned in your Inferno video, any word of swords wins in the upper tiers? No, no one has corrected me on that yet. And I wasn't able to test it properly, because you just... Grains are nerfed now too, so it's very hard to get your protection gauge going so you can get those attack stacks and you can get the, everything, and, you know, get Diablo with his Lord's Ambition. It's very difficult to set that run up. I tried a few times and it was awful, so I just didn't do it. Well, I'm 1,300 stones, no rosé. Ooh. 1,300 and no rosé. That is unfortunate, my friend. I'm sorry. Did you at least pull Goku and Beerus, or have you just been dumping everything into Rose and that's it? Like, that you don't have anything? I like that the Discord informs you about new slime videos from me, and my first thing to do is write first in the comments. Well, I appreciate the comments. No, just going for rosé. Oh, that's even worse. That is unfortunate. Oh, Rimuru. What's your trait? Nerfs blues. Alright, doesn't matter. Well, you're gonna die. Who's in the back? Prosper Rimuru. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Rose is really good, especially now that we have that full free-to-play clone team. Like, apart from having terrible HP, it's a really good team. It is a fantastic team, actually. I know the best defensive, or the best equips that you get out of that event is like defense and stuff, but I wish they had like attack or HP ones, just so I didn't have 400,000 HP. It's just way too low. I didn't even use that skill. Oh well, whatever. When will the new Hinata skill set be revealed? Tomorrow morning. So we're gonna get the content preview officially announcing Hinata in about 4 hours. And then another 9 hours after that, we're gonna get the skill preview for her on Twitter. So 13 hours from now, give or take a couple minutes, because it's not quite 3 p.m. yet for me. $11 million damage. Okay. Hugely necessary. Luckily, picked 3 twice and 7 3 times. Oh, there you go. I think I picked like 5 and 7. Actually, no, I did a weird split between 5, 6, 7. So I only got 30 stones. Thought Hinata came out tonight. I would not be streaming right now if Hinata came out tonight. Or I'd be streaming a bit later. That way I could finish Valor Cup right before it ends. Actually, it doesn't end until tomorrow, right? Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I might still have been streaming. Whatever. At least I got Shion and 80 pulls. Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't get the blue boys till I got the free stones and the lottery balls. Oh, gotcha. I have 1,400 stones. 1,442 before we buy any of the ticket packs for whatever Super Saiyan 4s are coming, whether it be a tag team or just a standalone Gogeta. I don't really care about Omega, but he's probably going to be decent because he's a worldwide Dokkan Fest. It'd be kind of criminal to not make him good, but it is Dokkan, so the potential exists. You only watch the Persona 5 anime, which is probably a horrible adaptation, in my professional opinion. It does get the points across. I'll give it that. But it's nothing really super magical. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, it is what it is. We'll still be okay. Hoping the tickets with a 44% chance. Yeah, those are wild. That's kind of a wild thing they're doing. Like, it is... it is gambling still, right? You still gotta hit that 44%. And a lot of people are not gonna hit that. Prosper Lumi in the back. What if we do this? Yeah, what if we do this? That way we can kind of maybe guarantee that we kill Prosper Lumi. Or she can put some revive bullshit on her. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, maybe, well, actually, maybe not. Well, should still be okay. Well, unless we counter here. Okay, good. Whew. Whew. Scared me a little bit there. But we have type advantage, we have the protection buff. Like, we're gonna do a 11 million damage here, so we only really needed one person alive. Joker, I was gonna download P5X, but then you saw the 74 gig requirement. It is quite hefty, but there's a lot to do in that game. I mean, I am more than surprised at the amount of initial content there is for that game, because I have trouble keeping up with it right now. Even though I'm putting most of my time into it. Because, like, there's not much to do in Slime. Most of these videos I've been putting out are pre-recorded, so I don't really have to do much right now, because there's nothing to do. So then I'm splitting my time between Dokkan and Persona. And there's a lot to do in Persona. Is the game good? I enjoy the game for what it is, because it is, you know, apart from the gacha system and everything, it is just a Persona game. And I have 1,000 hours into the Persona 5 just franchise as a whole, because I love Persona 5. So playing more Persona 5 is always just a delight to me, but that's me being very biased. Do you still think new Slime Shion is not that good? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of her. I don't know where I'm gonna really use her to her full potential, or at any potential realistically. I don't think she's worth a summon unless you've got some FOMO for collab character, because she also will never return because she's cosplaying in an officially licensed outfit. She's not coming back. Kage, hello. Oh, both have attack ceiling skills. I guess we're killing Millum. Is a shame with that new slime Shion is meh. What should I do with her gear? Put it on anybody else. Literally put it on anybody else. Her weapon gives those like 4 elemental buffs and the resistance. That is useful for any of those 4 elements. It doesn't matter who it's equipped to, as long as you're probably matching fire, water, earth, and wind. Whatever the 4 are. Because you're going to get that 5% damage buff. You're going to get that resistance, which is defense. Literally can go on anybody. And her jacket, while it is unique to her, you could still put that on somebody else, because a 1-star awakened jacket is going to be better than the 2-star, 5-star elemental jackets that you've got right now that are not awakened, that are just worse in stats overall. Like, just put it on somebody. It'll help you out. It's one last piece of gear that you have to forge currently. I have 100 stones currently. Really hoping those tickets come in clutch for at least one of the new units. I can't even lie and act like I'm going for Omega first. No, Omega is going to be low on the totem pole, I think, for most people. Because who the fuck cares about Omega when a Super Saiyan 4 is coming? You know, you could have just made things real simple and made an entire celebration about Super Saiyan 4s, but, you know, I'm not a developer. I don't know how difficult that is. I don't know what people want. People totally wanted Future Saga again. At least they made it good. That's, like, the best thing you could ask for. Oh, Hinata's dead too. Alright, nice. I recently beat the 4th P5R Palace and getting ready to do the 5th. P5 is a super busy game. Whenever I am resolved to go to work or mementos, a confidant I really like wants to hang out. Okay, so you're playing P5R. Make sure, unless you're already past the time date, I think it's like October, make sure to max out the doctor's confidant ability. You can only go up to a certain amount, but he leaves in like 2nd semester or something, and if he leaves and you don't get him to his max state at that time, you lose out on the entire extra part of that Royal introduces at the end of the entire game. Like, it's just, you'll play like you're playing normal Persona 5 campaign. So just make sure to focus a lot of effort into Dr. Maruki as early and as quickly as possible. Because the first time that I got P5R, I didn't realize he was time gated. And then I beat the whole game and I was like, but where's all the extra stuff? And so I looked online and I was like, fuck. So there's my advice to you. Also, okay, so you beat the 4th palace, so it goes Kamoshida, Madarame, Kanashiro, and then, is it Okumura? Is that the 4th one that you just beat? So after Okumura, I think it's Shido. Right? Oh, Futaba. Right. You're going into Okumura. I forgot about Futaba's. Because I just don't care about her. That's right. The desert place. Rivers in the Desert. What a great song. Do you think they're going to make more collab gear generally usable like with Shion? I don't think so, no. I think Shion's gear is unique in that aspect because of who her character is modeled after. Mila from one of the Tales games, because she has all 4 elements and they're trying to keep her thematically and canonically correct. I don't think more collab gear in the future is going to look like that, because Hinata's isn't, and Shion's isn't, and Alphen's isn't. It's just when you apply it to somebody specific, you get that specific buff. I just don't like giving unique gear to random characters that don't match it, because I imagine how it, like Rimuru wearing Shion gear. I mean, it's not like you ever see it. It's not like it changes you cosmetically in a fight. But if your mentality is like that, then I can't really stop you, can I? And if you already have, decent gear to put on them to begin with, it really doesn't make a difference then. I'm just saying in terms of, like, newer players, what to do with this gear that you've received that you have no one to put it on. Well, if you are locked to using 1-star books and jackets because you just started, like, yeah, give it to somebody, because it's going to do a lot more than whatever gear you're trying to forge because the tutorial is forcing you to. Shoutir gear catching dust? Bro, the Earth Spear is still level 5. The Earth Spear is still level 5. Any magic skills? And okay, I don't care about that. Oh, is Leon's instant damage gonna hurt me? Is refused. No, we don't have to worry about it. Alright. Somebody, someday, will use that Earth Spear. I know it. I can feel it. Somebody will use it. It's just we're not going to get another Earth meta for probably like 6 months. I kind of don't actually want to deal with Leon's ability to instant damage, if he is even able to. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I don't have to get Kasumi Confidant to a certain rank, right? I don't think so. I'll look for you. That way you don't get spoiled on anything else. Kasumi needs to be rank 5 before December 20th, which is like the end of the normal Persona 5 base game. Which, Kasumi rank 5 is not difficult, so there you go. And then Maruki is rank 9 by November 18th. That is your hard time gate for Maruki, November 18th. Okay, thanks, man. You're a real P5 fan. Well, I mean, I've got my Queen Makoto figure. You can't really see it. Hold on, let me turn this on. I've got the Queen, and it's signed. By her English VA. And then I've got... Well, that's really bright. I've got the Queen and Panther pop figures, also signed by their English VAs. kind of like Persona. It would be good if we got earrings for Alphen with 100% stun resistance, like what Freerin got. That would be nice. That would be nice. I'm not quite sure why they didn't. Maybe they thought 100% stun resistance is too broken. I know, the bind dodging has actually been quite useful in a couple different scenarios. Alright, we've been playing for 46 minutes, and I'm only on, like, Battle 8. We gotta speed this up. Should have been Daima for sure. It should have been part 1 Daima, part 2 GT, and then everyone would have been happy. There would be very little to complain about. Especially if you, like... Well... Maybe make part 1 GT, and then part 2 Daima. That way you could get either the Gogeta clones as a free-to-play team, or you can get, like, free-to-play Shadow Dragons, whatever they want to do for that kind of thing. Probably Shadow Dragons, because that team fucking needs it. And that way you give people a free-to-play option, and make them that good. And then Daima could be part 2, and then you would have, like, a Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Goku mini. Or even adult, I don't know. Alright, what do I have to worry about besides rewind here? Nothing. Well, I don't have to worry about rewind because you're gonna go away. One, two, three, 4, 5. Will this kill Shuna? Maybe. I started watching Dragon Ball, and I want to watch everything from it, but I'm stuck at Dragon Ball Z. It's getting boring. It does have the problems a lot of older shonen shows have, which is a whole fuck ton of filler and not a lot of development. Because back then, the long-standing series, they were coming out, they were new, they were interesting. People, American audiences were, or just anybody outside of Japan, really, realistically, were getting introduced to anime as a first-time kind of thing. And now that we're 40 years later, 30 years, 20 years later, depending on when you started, we've seen all the tropes, we've seen all the stereotypes, we've seen shonens go from 200 episodes to 50 to 12. 36 maybe. And everything has been tried and true, and it's kind of like, yeah, what else you got? I'm bored, because this is, like, you can... That's why I haven't watched Fairy Tail. My friend made me sit down and watch, like, the first 2 episodes of Fairy Tail, and because it's so old, like, I was sitting here calling everything that was about to happen, because it's stereotypical now at this point, and it's not very entertaining. And, some people like the older animation styles from that time period, some people don't. I'm kind of, like, in the middle somewhere. It is just... It was built for a certain audience at a certain time, and it is no longer that audience, and no longer that time. And, you know, everyone loves to shit on Dragon Ball for filler, because Frieza and Goku spend 3 episodes bickering back and forth and screaming at each other, and then you get about 2 minutes of fighting, and then you go back to another 3 episodes of screaming. I mean, that is the meme right there. But, you know, if you were 10 years old in the 90s, like, you ate that shit up. You completely ate that shit up, because what else were you gonna do? Lumi and Shuna. Watch Kai, there's no filler. That is true. You could just watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. Rob, hello. Welcome. Just talking about old Dragon Ball Z. Fairy Tail is your fave? That's fair. You know, if you watch it and you love it, more power to you. I personally like Sword Art, and I know it has many flaws. Don't you worry about that. But Sword Art has a special place in my heart, because it's what got me back into anime after going like 15 years not watching it, because I grew up and was not a 10-year-old in the 90s anymore. Alright, so yeah, we gotta kill Lumi, and then we gotta go Shuna after that. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye. Another easy season of NA Valor. I mean, easy for me. Not much thinking goes into this. Oh wow, he didn't ever use his AoE skill. Nice. I want to watch everything. I mean, like OVA specials and all TV shows. That might take you a hot minute. That might take you a hot minute. I've watched a lot of anime. I certainly won't have proclaimed to have watched thousands of shows, but I've watched a lot. More than other people that I know and talk to on a regular basis. A lot of it is garbage. A lot of it is seasonal trash, fantasy isekai, actual culture trash, like Domestic Girlfriend and Aramanga Sensei, and the Rio's work is never done. Like, really, really awful shows. But I've watched them. They're not great, but I've seen them. And then I've seen a lot of the big hitters too, Fate and all that. I haven't watched a lot of the other big hitters because I just don't want to, because they're super old shonens. Naruto and Fairy Tail and One Piece and Black Clover, which I just saw Black Clover is getting an official season 2, which I thought it had like 6 seasons already. It's just one long season with many parts, I was informed. Not that I'm gonna watch it, but you know, props to all the Black Clover fans out there. Gate is getting a season 2 after 10 years of nothing. History has been made. Catching the new gacha. I have not started that one. I have not. Is there a reason for me not starting it? Not really. There's just a lot of other things that are on the list that I want to prioritize. You know, Dawn to Dawn, Rascal, Fragrant Flower, Dress Up Darling, Shield Hero. Like, there are just a lot of shows this season that are moderately to heavy hitters. So the hero and then Blanc back there. Okay. Could probably put the weapons back on everybody now. I do find it funny that Fragrant Flower is in Netflix hell which means everyone is pirating it right now. Because, like, Netflix says, oh, you can watch it on September 7th. And it's like, what month is it right now? September 7th? You must be outside your mind, Netflix. Who thought that was a good idea? We gotta kill you. We must commit suicide by having some blanc-on-blanc action. And then Gobbo back there. I don't remember what rank mark he is, but I remember doing his confidant a lot, so I think I'm safe. Yeah, I would just make sure to check that once you get closer to the November timeframe, which I think you are getting close to that. Alright, so we should heal twice here. Well, heal Soe and then bring in Raphael and heal her. My Dress Up Darling first episode is just Marin doing fan service. It is. Also, how do we feel as the 33 people in here, if you're watching it, how do you feel about the animation change between season 1 and season 2 of Dress Up Darling? Because in my opinion, they have gone with a more kind of Bocchi the Rock style comedy effect on a lot of the frames, where it is more cartoony than more kind of the slightly more realistic that season 1 had. Not that season 1 was totally realistic. Like, it definitely had random funny comedy cutoff frames, but it was very noticeable that they took a lot of the animation style from Bocchi and put it into Dress Up Darling. If you've watched Bocchi before. If you hadn't, then you probably wouldn't have noticed. But as someone who enjoys both shows, and they're both from the same studio, which is why I'm asking. They're both made by Cloverworks. I found it very noticeable in the first watch of episode 1 of Dress Up Darling season 2. Not that I don't enjoy it, right? It's just like, oh, that's different. It did change, but you know, if it doesn't matter to you, it doesn't matter to you, and it's still a good show. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch it, unlike some other shows that have had terrible season 2 animation changes. I'll never forgive quintuplets for making them look like children. Like, I don't know why they didn't go with... I think it's because they changed studios, just straight up. Did it? Or did they just decide to go in a different art direction? It did. Okay. Yeah, okay. It went from Tezuka Productions to Byberry Animation Studios. That's why it changed. Okay. But, you know, Dress Up Darling has always been Cloverworks. It's just that in between season 1 and season 2, they also released Bocchi the Rock, which was hugely popular, and I love that show. But they definitely carried over some of that art direction. I need to put the weapons back on. Furry Shuna. Diablo removes my alt gauge. And there's Despair. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. That's still a lot of damage. Maybe I don't need the weapons yet. Damn it. Alright, whatever. Actually, the vengeance doesn't really matter now, does it? Because if we're not gonna get to turn 5. We do want to kill that Diablo, though. Now that he's already put Despair on us, it doesn't really make a difference. I want to kill both of them, actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill both of them. Nope. Alright, that's unfortunate. He's going to delete some of my ult. Actually, no, he's not. Right? No, he is. There you go. Oh, well. Taking some damage. There's the Despair. Unfortunate. We're still going to be okay. Like, we're still going to do massive damage. Merp. Merp. See, I need to watch a lot of shows today. What aired today? I need to watch Dress Up Darling. I need to watch Rascal. I need to watch Scooped Up by an Esoteric Adventure. I need to watch Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses. I need to watch Secrets of the Silent Witch. I need to watch Watery Kun is About to Collapse. I need to watch Dawn to Dawn. Even though that aired a couple days ago. I should watch With You in the Rain, but also I haven't even started that one yet, so I'm not really worried about it. I need to watch Bad Girl. Yeah. So many shows I gotta watch. I'm so behind right now. Because, you know, yesterday I went out to get some of the Gundam card stuff that came out yesterday. Only one store had it locally, which is really sad. And then I had to go shooting practice with my dad, got home, and then I had to watch Dread and Klein summon on my Star Rail account for Fate, and then we moved into a video on the Gundam stuff that I got, and then after that I played Ark, and then by the time that was over, it was like shower time and I'm wiped. And then today I was out of the house at 8:45, and then I got home, I ate lunch, and now we're here. And then at 7 we got to record the content preview. So in between the end of this stream and 7, and then after 7 I'll be watching anime, just trying to catch up. And then tomorrow I'll be going to a different store to see if they have more Gundam stuff, then playing Split Fiction with a friend, and then Slime stream at 7 p.m. So it's like all of my time. All of my me time. There is no me time. Alright, who's got a skill that I need to worry about? None of you. Alright, cool. Because I don't really care about this. Your me time is for us. Yeah, essentially that's what it boiled down to. Is that my me time is now everybody's time. And it's been that way for the past, like, 2 months straight. At least during the weekends. Perhaps I should add another person who removes alt gauge behind free run just to make players and stronger characters cry too. I'd tell you how to make them cry more, but I'm not. Because I don't want to run into that. So... we're good. That's the fate for every YouTuber. It really is. If I was, like, a true full-time content creator and this was my only job, then it wouldn't be so bad. But I do have a 9-to-5. Like, I do work for the state. And while that job is not what I would call overly difficult most of the times, or at all, it does require attention. Tell you the secrets? No, you figure it out yourself. I'm not telling you shit. Why would I tell you ways to make my life worse? Here, I'll make it up to you. Here's a cat. You're internet famous again. How do you feel about that? Huh? Say hi to the people, or don't. You can look somewhere else except the camera. There you go. She gets very upset when I don't pay attention to her. I think that was a big ass bird out there. Alright. Alright. Come on. There you go. She's been shedding her summer coat, right? And I have these, like, gloves that have little rubber bristles on them, and they're just, like, all the way up and down the palm and the fingers. And so I can pet her, but also brush the hair off at the same time. And I have legitimately taken enough hair off to make another cat. Like, I have to... because I have both hands that are brushed up, right? So they're all covered in hair. So I have to take a plastic fork and, like, peel it off of the thing so I don't have to try and take it off and do the whole rigmarole. It's just faster this way. And I just peel off just this layer of hair every single time. What are you gonna call a second cat, Nino? I don't think my landlord will allow me to have a second cat. I don't think I would want a second cat. I am just one person, and I don't apparently give her enough attention to begin with. Maybe she does need a friend, I don't know, but I think my landlord is like a one pet thing. I think that's written into my my contract. Or my lease. Lease, that's the word. If okay to ask, what is my job? I work for the DMV, the Department of Licensing, technically, in Washington. So, you know the people that you go to the office and you get your driver's license from them, the people that everyone hates. You hate to go to the DMV. You don't want to wait in line for all that shenanigan bullshit. Yeah, I am the back office support, and I write the policies and rules that those offices have to follow when they hand you your license. So I don't personally hand you your license unless someone forces me to do that, which they very rarely do. I have the capability to do it. Like, I know how to do it. I've had to do it for the job and training and everything, but that is not my, like, day-to-day job of handing people your license and asking where were you born and all that shenanigan shit that we have to. I am back office, which means I work from home. So that's great, because my work desk is right there. Like, there's a screen, and there's a screen, and there's a keyboard, and that is my work desk. Which is why I have so much time to make YouTube videos, because I just literally rotate my chair. Alright, traits? No, don't care. Well, I actually kind of care about training. She's got the damage cut. Is it a fun job? It's an easy job. Fun might be a bit of a overstatement. It is very boring, I'll tell you that much. But it is incredibly easy. And I'm at like that... I'm at a point where I'm paid like a supervisor, but I don't supervise anybody, thank God, because I don't want to do that. But if I were to try and get a pay raise or a promotion, I'd either be slightly important or I'd be like a manager. Neither of which really sounds interesting to me. So I'm kind of like capped out on where I want to be right now in terms of overall responsibilities. I don't want to go supervise a bunch of 50-year-old babies, because that's what the state is full of 50-year-old babies. Nor do I want a more important job that requires much more effort. Because then I would have less time to put into the channel and things I want to do, because my job would be too busy and I wouldn't be able to. So I think we're at a nice balance right now. Balance meaning that personal stuff is like way, way up here and the work stuff is like way down here. What is my dream job? Well, when I was a wee little child, I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. I wanted to make rocket ships. I didn't want to go into space. I wanted to make things that went into space. And then, as a wee little child, I quickly discovered that I suck at math. Aerospace engineering and being bad at math really don't go hand in hand. So, had to change career goals. And then after that, I wanted to be a game developer. But realized that I'm not smart enough to program, and I'm not artistic enough to do artwork. So we had to give that up as well. Even though my degree is technically in multimedia design with a focus on 3D modeling, we ain't using that shit. Am I gonna buy the P4 remake when it comes out? Yeah, next year, or the year after, whenever that is. We don't actually have a release date for it yet. We don't even have like a year for it yet. But I will when it comes out. What are you doing, Cat? What are you doing? Yeah. I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep, guys. Alright, I think we can put the attack gear back on everybody now. I'm out, bro. Hope you get to fight lots of teams that don't make you suffer. Alright, have a good time, man. Have fun in Persona. I see that you like cats. What about dogs? I like other people's dogs because I don't have to take care of them. I don't have to walk them. I just get to pet them and say hello, and then they go away. I don't have to pick up their poop outside when it's freezing cold or pouring rain. I don't have to walk them in the blazing fucking heat or when it's 10 degrees outside. I have, when I was married, we had a pug that was not potty trained or house trained, and I had to train it when it was already like 3 or 4 years old. That was awful. And after that, I was like, we're good. I don't want to have a cat, or I don't want to have a dog of my own if it was just going to be me. So, I like cats, and I've had cats my entire life. Like, when I was growing up, my parents had cats, and then when those cats passed on, we got more cats. And then when I moved out of my parents' house, I got myself a cat, which was Vader, who longtime people on the channel might remember. And then when Vader passed a couple years ago, we went about 1.5 years without a cat. And then I have Miku, who I got this year. Last year. Well, yeah. This year. I know plenty of people with dogs, though. I like dogs, but again, I like other people's dogs. I would not willingly go out of my way to get a new dog for myself. Oh, do we kill Freer in here? We sure do. Alright, cool. And I don't really care about Fern's trade. Yeah. Forgot to use the rainbows or the buff skill. Oh well, whatever. We still have enough points. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9.7 over there. I think this is like battle 14 right now. Only a few more, and then we can switch over to Persona. I have to do those dailies before I start watching anime and not pay attention to anything. Be rolling. You want to fight, Cat? Alright, traits. Protection seal, don't care. I do kind of care about Stark, but yeah, not really. Raphael, Soka. I am watching Reborn as a vending machine. I've watched both episodes of season 2, right? That are out right now, and I watched season 1. It's just a nonsense kind of time filler kind of show. This is old Earth Lumi, okay. Do I play Uma Musume? I do not play the horse girl game. I play enough gacha games as it is right now, being 3. That is more than enough time for me. I have seen that it has taken the internet by storm, or at least the global community is taken by storm. Ooh, Stark. Did not use his skill, that's good. We are taking damage, though. And a counter. Stark could be a problem if he used his skill. Hey, no. None of that. Got back to solo leveling gacha. Ugh. No, I did not play that. I think Reality took a break from that game, so I don't know anybody that really plays that at right now. We have everything going? Yeah. Joker, serious question. What I need to sacrifice to get the third unit, Earth Millen from Big 3? What do you need to sacrifice? All your 5-star tickets. The next time the beginner quest, the rookie support campaign comes back and you get a selector, you just pick Earth Millen out of that. Or pray you get her from like the Tempest tickets or whatever, the Medal of Honor tickets. I don't know, with the advent of rainbow orbs, the big 3 are not as important nowadays as it was for the first 3 years of the game. Almost all of the game's time frame, right? But now, if you can start with 36 skill points and you've got Blanc and Violet, I mean, you're guaranteed minimum 4 rainbows turn 1, and more turn 2. So it's very much less necessary at this stage of the game's life cycle to have the big 3 than it is to have some of the skill point units. Should probably make a video on that, huh? Probably would be worthwhile. Yeah, I don't care about any of those traits. She won't come. I think she hates me. I think a lot of units hate a lot of people. What do they even use? What skill did you use? I don't even know. But it's still needed if you don't use... Yeah, if you don't use rainbows. But if you do have the capability of using rainbows on whatever team build, then it's probably better to do that. But if you can't, then yeah, the big 3 is still very good. Yes. Not having protection at turn 2 is frustrating. I would imagine so, yeah. It's like I had if Blanc for real, she would not like you. I don't think she would like anybody, realistically. I don't think many people would be alive enough to even look at her. I don't think if Soko was real, she would like me either. I'm not a smooth, fancy, awesome ninja. There's no way I could rival Soe. But alas, they are fictional characters, so don't really have to worry about that. Woo! 9.5 million against that Shuna. Oh, we're almost done. Ugh. I think once I'm done streaming, I will have a nice bowl of ice cream, and then I'll pay for that later. At least there's pills for that. Delusion is a drug. It really is. We got 4 more fights to go. Make it end. I guess I could have started doing Persona dailies on my phone, but I really don't like playing Persona on my phone. I definitely joined in late, so what has been happening here then for some time? Just ranked Valor Cup. Nothing super special or interesting. Alright, we gotta kill the hero. How has Persona been for you? I actually thought you'd be uploading your gameplay. I mean, I am uploading gameplay. I'm uploading videos on it. It's just not every single thing that I do in the game, like in Slime, because I don't have time for that. I know Gacha Death wanted me to go super fucking ham on Persona, and it's like, no. I'll put videos out, but it's not going to become like the main focus of the channel. Dead. Millum. Oh, cheeky counter. Oh, bitch. I've enjoyed Persona, though. There are, certain things that are kind of lame. Like the fact that the game is just, like any other Southeast Asia, China game, is monetized to the tits. Everything you could ever possibly do in that game has a bundle you could buy for it. That's always kind of just interesting, right? But it is, at its core, it's a Persona game. There are some like little differences in gameplay, but overall, it's an enjoyable experience for someone who enjoys Persona. Woof. Hi, Joker. Shizu or Soe? Which fusion skill do you think reduces damage the most? Soe's does. Because Shizu is not a guaranteed guard. So you could just be unlucky and hit that 20% and you would just take full damage. At least with Soe, you're guaranteed that their attack is nerfed and your defense is higher. Who sucks here? Lumi. Lumi and Freerin. Yeah, I hear you, Kat. When is the Hinata Velvet coming? The content preview will be tonight, and she will release tomorrow. So in 3 hours and 8 minutes, we will get a content preview. And then in 27 hours and 8 minutes, we will have Hinata in-game. Did you ever get a contract for a partnership from Bandai? You played Slime since the beginning? No. Like, I did those 2 little collab tutorial videos with Alara. And then I got mentioned in a couple surveys, right? And that's about the extent of it. I don't get exclusive insider information about slime. Because if I did, oh man, I would have so many comments. They probably would terminate me immediately. Be like, no, you're way too negative. Fix this, fix that, do this, do that, blah, make the game better, blah, blah, blah. They'd be like, shut the fuck up and go away. Oh, man. That would be funny, though. Alright, Rimuru, yeah. Sorry for being late. I mean, you're not really missing much. Don't worry about it. Joker, I'm putting together my own spreadsheet, but how do you get all the character icons? At the moment, I'm looking at a lot of screenshots, cutting and pasting. They're in the data mines. Or the old, I don't even know if that one's active anymore, actually. You're talking about, like, the elemental icons or the character icons, like this? I get these from the data mines. So you could either data mine yourself, or you could go into the main Slime Discord, or sometimes my Discord, and there'll be a leaks channel or a game data mine channel, and they'll have a lot of the assets that are added to each content update, and you just pull them from there. There are some that are not there, though, that I've had to fish out or have people give to me. Okay, so we gotta kill Lumi, then kill, or at least do enough damage to Freerin in the back. 1, 2, 3. Alright, Freerin's dead. Yeah. I mean, even for my tier list, I have to cut and paste. I have to take the character icon, add in the skill fusion icon, add in the element unbound icon, paste or copy that into an image, and then save it into the tier list. Like, it's a whole lot of stupid busy work. Hey. Yeah, I see you. Yeah. It's incredible. I don't know if you can be quiet about leaks when you have a partnership. I mean, probably true. I don't know, it's Bandai. Bandai doesn't really hand out partnerships like that. Otherwise, there'd probably be more than a few Dokkan YouTubers that have partnerships with Bandai. And then, you know, what? Grand Cross, like, kind of did their content creator thing, and then they stopped that real quick. And, you know, there's a lot of gacha games that have content creator stuff, and it is kind of like a mixed bag. I don't know. I never really see a lot of stuff come out of those kind of sponsorship, partnership kind of deals, just in general. Where would you put the new Shion, the one from Tails, seeing as she's the only unit that seems reliable? Let's see. So here's the thing, right? We look at this, right? And we've got Diablo, we've got Hero, we've got Soka, who are all doing the 100% damage buff and rate for whatever buff they're doing. But also, like, their second skills are really good. Diablo has the green buff for free and the multi-skill. The Hero has Rewind. Soka has the sword gimmick and a green buff. So it's like, those are very viable both skills are viable in places they need to be used. Shion, like her crit buff is cool, and it is a one of those 100 plus damage buffs, but her second skill is kind of shit. So she doesn't deserve to be up here. I don't even know if she would be up in amazing. I think she'd just be in kind of S tier. Because she's got one really good skill, and then one skill that's really not that great. Because a lot of the times, the resurrection skills are nerfed or cleansed or removed or in some way, shape, or form not available. So I think A tier. Maybe someone could argue for like S tier, but I'm not any higher than that. You're always jealous about content creators who get early access for upcoming characters. Yeah, if I had early access to characters, man, a lot of my should you summon videos would be quite different, right? Instead of just being straight no's across the board. They would actually probably still be no's. But some of them, if I had, more heads up advance notice, I might have changed my tune a bit, like Warrior's Mind Violet or Divine General Masked Hero, because I eventually warmed up to them, but it was eventually, and people give me shit for that. You should have known they were good day one. It's like, sorry. Alright, traits. No. Okay, don't care. Let's do that. How is everyone doing tonight? I mean, I'm doing good, apart from being just ridiculously busy most of the time. And 1 and 2. Still doing a lot of damage right there. I guess you're not getting the defense buff because Sheena's physical. Oh well. Alright, we are so close to being done with Ranked Valor after an hour and a half. It really probably shouldn't take this amount of time, but, I talk. I get distracted. Could realistically probably knock this out in like 45 minutes, but... Alright, cheeky counter, thank you for that. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, that's a lot of damage. You finally got the old Space Hero? Great, that's great. Having access to a rewind ability is fantastic. And she does have a crit skill, which is kind of useful right now. Seeing as the collab is so buns, what skills do you think the new Hinata would need to save the collab team? Rainbow orbs. Rainbow orbs and some kind of ridiculously broken damage buff that is usable everywhere. That the team needs another orb changer. There's no getting around that. It needs something else. What the fuck? Did I not click the alt? Oh, or fuck now. Alright, fine. Okay, cool. Did I not click that alt? Well, that's a big rip. What happened? Did I... Someone... Oh, I just straight up didn't click it. Alright, well... That's unfortunate. Alright, well, there we go. That's the end of Ranked Valor Cup. Not really. We still have, like, one more fight to go or something. Oh yeah, we have one more fight. And we have, of course... Ew. Alright, I see why people didn't like this team. Is going to be something limited again? I mean, probably. I did not click the alt. I realized that. I went back and looked at my feed. Tis unfortunate. Oh well, good thing rewards for ranked Valor really don't matter that much. Alright, what is Oh, I see. I see what 6 did. He's a funny guy. Very funny guy. Yeah, whatever, we'll just deal with it. Is that a bind for 2 turns or 1 turn? It is a 1-turn bind. What's going to happen here is that Elmezi is going to use her HP skill and immediately swap in Prosper Lumi and Dino, who is then going to bind us and seal our magic skills. And it's going to be very unfortunate. Unless I somehow get very lucky. I was not. I would have to bring someone in to seal that HP skill right there. So we're nuking on turn 4. And then, yeah, Prosper Lumi is probably going to use her HP skill now. Yeah, there you go. Alright, well. This fight sucks. Good job, 6. Yeah, there's no way to cleanse that off, so I guess we're just stuck here for a while. Alright, steal. And Rainbow Convert, you get out of here. Thank you, Webroot. Please go away now. I guess we just hit Dino, because he's the only one we can hit. Yeah. Actually, let's defense again. Because we got the points. Oh, he's a tanky boy. He is a tanky boy. Woof. What a fun fight. Alright, let's do it again. Prosper Lumi's gonna hit us. Won't do that much damage. Yeah, she's not really that strong. It's not a strong fight. It's not a strong team. It is just a very annoying team. If Dino is 120 and EX Unbound and skill fused, he is good for being a dick like this. Alright, thank you for removing that as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, that is extra unfortunate, actually. Alright, well, I mean, we were already done because we missed that nuke last fight. Am I gonna lose this? I might actually lose this. Let's see. What can we do to get around this? I should have brought in someone to seal that Elmezia skill. Alright, the Soka, it's already turned 6. It's not going to activate now. The physical buff doesn't mean much when Raphael is magic. I think we actually lost here. Oof. Alright, well, Dino's dead. Thank God for that. Protection is sealed. That's gonna hurt. Well, actually not that much. We're gonna like turn 8 on this fight or something. I wonder if... No. Alright. An EX ult with a character that's not meant to do damage. Excellent. This will not go very well. We're probably lost this fight, actually. Thanks, 6. Now I know why everyone was telling you to fuck off in chat. Yeah, this is just a huge sustain team. I'm gonna lose. We did not play this very smartly. I should have brought in someone to CLO Musia. No, that's it. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna die to these 2 ults, probably. Oh, 6 is here. There you go. We can blame the man himself. What terrible damage. Oh, man. Oh. Alright, well, I mean, what do we do here? I guess we just do this. I guess we AoE and then single target and then pray that Lumi dies here. That did not work. Oh, she's got the 50% damage reduction. Oh, you're still dead. I don't know if Soka survives this or not. Oh, nope. Sure doesn't. Oh, damn. Unfortunate. A victim. You lose. 0 points. Look at that damage received. Where do I end up placing after this? Hey, 6, go fuck yourself. 109. Ooh. Ooh. Bad. Victim, I lost count, yeah, right? How would we... Yeah, we would have had to... Let's see. So he had... Let me pull up a team builder real fast. So he was running Velzard, Protector. I'm just gonna rebuild this really fast. And then he had Elmesia up front with Murin and Trainee. Trainee's all the way down here. And then he had Lumi in the back. And Dino. When did Dino come out? There he is. Alright. So yeah, we needed to have sealed this skill. So we should have brought someone who had a body and spirit seal instead. So let me take a look at my Valor Cup team. Oh hey, well, they got their unbound status. Assign troops. So I probably should have brought, instead of Sokka, is it Diablo that seals it? Yeah, I should have brought Diablo instead and have the physical buff and the pierce rate. See, it's literally, it's one unit. One unit swap, and we would not have been 8 turns and still losing. Oh, well. That's what I get for not paying attention to what he's trying to run. Or not reacting to what he's trying to run. How long has it been since Joker lost a battle in Valor Cup? Not that long. I lose a lot more than people realize. As a new player of this game, I only have a few characters, so I can't really build a nice team. My EP now is 400k. But I think my team sucks. Any tips? You know, without seeing what you have to work with, I can only give you so much advice that's very generic. If you're in the Discord, you can go to like the team building channel or something and ask some questions there, unless you've already done that. But as far as very generic things are concerned, is make sure units have gear. Make sure your skills are like level 10. Make sure the team you're trying to build operates smoothly together. Like, don't slam a whole bunch of orb changers and think it's going to work if they change a whole butt ton of different orbs into random colors. Like, I don't want an orange, a blue, and a green converter on the same team, because that does nothing for you. You need a good protector. There's a number of things that will make your team go from, like, C tier to A tier. It just kind of depends on what you have to work with. Alright, well, Ranked Valor sucks, as normal, but I mean, what do I really lose out of that? Let me take a look at the rewards. Where am I going to end up? Because I'm going to be probably like 150 now. I maybe not jump down that much, but maybe like 120. What are the rewards I'm going to miss? Some ingots, some octagram crystals. Ooh. You know, when it decides to load. There we go. Oh no, I don't get Big Dick Aura. Darn it. Guess I can't slow my game down. Is that really the only thing I'm losing out on? And 20 ingots? And 100 coins and a trophy. My heart bleeds. I'm so super duper sad about it. Guess my game will speed up now, thank God. Free stuff is free stuff. Yeah. The amount of effort required to get that stuff, not super duper worth it. That's why I don't really put much stock into ranked Valor Cup, unlike the sweats who actually care about having their name on a wall. It doesn't really give me anything meaningful enough to care about. And at this point, you know, Jubilee is kind of the same. I don't put much effort into it. As long as I can get like top 3 of the group where I get my 600 crystals, that's the most meaningful thing that I could get out of it. And if I can get that, then we're good. Okay. Close this. Let's open Persona. Turn this off. I forgot, unlike us, you're pretty stacked. Yeah, I don't need, like, the magic battle clusters are nice, but I don't use them on a lot of people. Calm down, Joker. You're still the best. I am super duper calm. Alright, let's get these out of the way. Let's play some Persona now. Can you imagine if the devs just made 6 the final boss of every Jubilee from this, or every ranked Valor Cup? At least for NA. Take your time. Take your time. There we go. Alright. Cool. Got that. And, ooh, we're almost capped out. Turn this up now. Oh, we are capped out, actually. Alright, what do I need right now? Well, yeah, what do I need to level my characters? Hold on. Ooh, I need some whiff of irises. Okay. I also need... Well, I guess I don't need that many of those. I need the gold ones, but I can't start farming those up until I hit level 60 or something with Wonder. What materials am I running out of right now? I guess skill. Well, we can farm skill incense. Yeah, let's just do that. Which Persona game do you like the most from that you have played? P5R. I put the most time into P5R. I enjoyed the storyline more than I enjoyed Persona 3 Reload, which I know might crucify me to some people. But, you know, it's a personal opinion. Alright, man, I'm gonna head out on, gotta do dailies and slime and solo and valor. Good night. Alright, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, let's just do the max right here. Yeah, we need to like level 60 or something. We're so far away. Did not get any of the big ones, unfortunate. So we can do these ones too. Oh, yeah, there we go. It is a very chill kind of game. Like, there are like a few different little events in here that you could sweat on, but like, I don't really think you're missing out on it if you don't. But this is coming from a player that doesn't know what he's doing half the time in this game. There is so much to do. What the fuck? I'm playing against Karina Simp for the last round of Valor Cup. Well, yeah, it's set. Like, the enemy rotation is set. So if you won all 19 fights, you're gonna end on 6's team. So have fun with that. Make sure to bring someone that can seal that Almesia turn 1. Hopefully you learn from my my sad display. That's not what I meant to do. Oh well. Bam. Alright, I'm off, need to sleep, or I'm gonna be a walking zombie during the day. Yeah, man, go to sleep. Thank you for sticking around. We probably won't be here that much longer. Like, I'm just gonna do the dailies, and then we're gonna just dip. Because we've been streaming for just over 2 hours. All I needed to do today was do ranked Valor, and people seem to enjoy watching me do ranked Valor, and then apparently watching me lose too, so. Alright, that's done, and then we gotta... What else do we have to do here? Oh, level 54! Yay! Clear Gates of the Nightmare Catcher, clear Trials from the Sea of Souls. Let's do that. An electric boss? At the start of battle, 15 shield stacks. Each stack decreases damage taken. When it takes damage from a skill or resonance, loses 1 stack. When he loses all stacks, all Phantom Thieves gain demon power, increasing their damage. So we really want to have an electric character built up. I guess we can try and build up Ryuji. I didn't know it was fixed and I just entered it. Well, have fun. Good luck. Big physical damage right there. Jerko, would you recommend mid-game players to invest into Dino? No. What you saw right there is the only, like, truly realistic use case for Dino. Like, pissing people off and nerfing people in Valor Cup. Otherwise, Dino really doesn't do that much for you in terms of normal content. So I really, really wouldn't recommend. Like, I would get Guy if you need a stun. At least one copy of Guy. You don't need dupes of him. You just need the stun. I would get Lumi because she's a decent support, and she could function as an AoE character now that she's unbound. And then Romaris as a healer, but also because she's got skill point trait. So if you're missing like Soe, Lumi, or Milim, you could supplement one of them with Romaris. Uh, so those are like the best three. Dino is like, he's really, really niche. Like, you need to have him 120. You need to have him skill fused. That is the only way he is truly useful, and that takes a lot of materials and a lot of things that, honestly, you probably don't want to waste your time on until you have literally nothing else to do. Like, even I don't have Dino. Dino is level 80 for me, and I don't care enough to max him out. I'm kind of a different case because I've got everybody, and I could use multiple different teams. I don't have a problem with dying most of the time, but I don't see a necessary case for having Dino maxed out in anything because, like, you can't even use him in like an active Valor Cup support slot because he's not doing much for you in terms of killing. He's only meant to be put on a defensive team and have the bot use him. Can I just do like 1,000 of these? No, I have to go one at a time. Alright, good to know. Okay. Alright, Ryuji's level 60. Probably didn't need to take him that high, but oh well. I'm tired of seeing this on you. What do you do? That's pretty good. I see a lot of skill issues in here. I think you found a lot of enemies, I think is what has happened. Alright. I think that'll work for now. Question mark? Alright, let's see how this goes. So, Wonder... Can I level her up, actually? Hold on. See, do I have another electric persona? Can I fuse another electric persona? Eulinger. Can't really fuse that right now. Karate. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Weak to wind. Decrease speed by 9, no. Party's defense, decrease nuke damage, decrease fire, decrease just straight up damage taken. You can put that one on and then let's level her up. No, that's not what I want. Oof. All the way to level 50. Fortified Moxie. Crit rate when ambushing. Elemental conversion. Ooh, I like that. No, can't do that. Alright. No, we already have our healers, so let's do ice. Let's take out Fortified Moxie. Never mind. We are empty on that. Alright, whatever. We'll just do that. Okay. Alright, so karate. Let's do... Where's our main guy? Where's our main persona? Oh, is he already locked out? Alright. Probably from the other fight. Is this in Principality? Oh yeah, he might be. I guess we'll bring closer? Oh, we are. That's right. Alright, well this will be awful, but let's just do it. I know the new Yui character is electric, and that's what you're supposed to use here, but I'm not summoning for her. Destroyed one Aphrodite's protection. That's such terrible damage. That's a bit better. Ow. Ow. Oh, you're dead. Unfortunate. There's new characters already? Yeah, they came out 2 days ago? Alright, let's revive Closer. I kind of wish that was more of a heal, but oh well. There we go. That's the crit heal I'm looking for. How many seals of power do you have? 10 left? I feel like I've hit you more than that, but okay. God damn, you're weak. Oh my god, you're dead again. Alright, we're just gonna have to deal with not having her at all. I knew this wasn't gonna be very good, but... I don't think Closer has any revelation cards on her. We were not prepared. I mean, we were as prepared as we could have been. I just don't have really good electric units. Oof. Thank you for that. No, I already did that for the healer girl. You have 6 stacks of that left. Okay. Five. 4. This is gonna hurt. We actually might be dead here. Oh no, okay. Oh. I couldn't even see his HP. I really wish he healed Ryuji there, but okay. Oh my god. There we go. There's the crit heal that I was looking for. Right, shield protected. Shield protected. Shield protected. Alright, that's doing their job. I just want you guys out of here. Please go away. Please don't summon more. Alright, thank you. That still hurt a bit. We are out of mana. Healer's down! Out of mana! Ah! Alright, we can revive Closer now. Heal everybody, thank you. Yeah, for the most part. Actually, we don't need the AoE one now. Yay, we're done. What an awful score. New record, because I didn't have a record at all. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty ass. That's pretty ass. But at least we did it. Which means... clear Realm of Repression persona. You're weak against Bless? Oh, good thing I have a Bless character. Ready to fuck your day up. Actually, no, I don't want you, I want you. There you go. This is how I feel about Jubilee. That's fair. That's very fair. Jubilee also starts tomorrow night. Just heads up. Woof. I think if I just melee you, you'll die. Oh, close. Oh, no, never mind. Extra action. There we go. Now he's dead. Cool. Alright. There's all the dailies done, you know, technically. You can only do 4 dailies, even though there's a list of like 7 of them. Alright. Got that done. Go grab our free daily gift. Looks like we got a plan done. Raise 154. Raise the skill of Phantom Feet to level 8. Need to use a bit more schema points. Clear recollections on difficulty 4 or higher. Oh, that one. I already got the rewards for this week, so we'll do that later. Clear stage 15 in 2 of the Velvet Trials? Did I not do that for the Curse one? I did not. Oh. Oh. Smack you with my healing briefcase. That hurt. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. I need him to not down people, because I get extra points when he specifically doesn't... Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's dead. That was interesting. Well, we lost those points. Well, that's unfortunate. That's what I need to do. Yeah, why couldn't you use those attacks instead of just straight up killing my girl? It's kind of sad to see that the power creep is real in Slime when we're doing millions in damage. I mean, we went from doing a couple million to a billion, or a couple billion in Jubilee, right? That is quite a lot of power creep there. Yeah, I will agree with that. Billions. I mean, Warrior's Mind did billions of damage. We were doing like 2 billion or something in with Schemer. With Diablo. There's a phase 2. Wait, what? No, this is just the next fight. Pretty sure I was doing 500k tops when Swimsuit Water Team came out. I would believe that, yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. The most you've done is like 100 something million with the free run team. Yeah. So here's the Schemer meta, right? During Jubilee. This was one of my more okay runs. Certainly not the best run. $435, and then Diablo does 334 million per hit. So we got up to 1.4 billion damage right there. And then Diablo's 200% orb does 16 million. So that put my final score at 1.696. Nice. Billion damage, which was still like 5th in for ranking. Right, I can't use those. We're just gonna guard. Why didn't you down the other guy? What the fuck? You're not weak to blast. Wait, what are you weak to? Hold on. Weak to wind? Oh. Did not bring a win character. Should have brought Morgana. Can you remember your skills now? Sure can't. I can't. The day when they make a boss have 40 million or higher HP is the day when I stop playing slime. I guess you should have stopped playing slime a while ago. They've had 40 million for a while. I don't know where you've been. Yeah, bro, already quit. Probably. Alright, as soon as we're done with this fight, we are going to call that a stream. I gotta start watching anime. It's a rough life. And also I gotta feed the cat at 5. And she wants attention. Hello, cat. Really wants the attention. No, let's not do that. Let's do this instead. We can kill one guy. There we go. Well, we're going to lose a lot of damage here, because I did not bring the right character. She died too. Of course she did. Why wouldn't she? Oh, man. What level were they? 61. They're not that much higher. I just need to bring a better team. Alright, well, I'm already starting to lose focus. So, we're going to call that a stream. Thank you guys for joining me in my failed Valor Cup runs. I'm sure that was entertaining to watch. Watch me die horribly, hilariously. But I'll have a content preview video going out in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours or something. So stay tuned for that. This will be Hinata in the cosplay for Velvet. Hopefully her skill is good. But hopefully you guys have a good night. But that's it from me and Miku. Take it easy, and I will see you all later. Alright, bye, cat. Alright, there we go. She's gone too. Bye, guys.